Yeah. Ouch. Oh, shit.
Yeah, up early.
Oh, my God. Tell me about it, dude. Yeah. I need to wipe the smugness off this. Desmugged. Bandito. What a weirdo. Weird little cat.
So what are you going to bring with you Monday?
I was mainly just gonna bring like a little bit of food to have for that night, and just like a change of clothes or something,
Okay.
and then just in my little bag that I have.
Well, that's cool. Is there a bus that goes to Tigard?
That I'm not too sure.
The only thing I'm worried about, not worried, but the only thing is,
I mean, I
it's
just
a long drive back and long drive.
I mean, I just
up
had, I just asked Dad about it, and he didn't seem, too uninterested or against the idea. He seemed like he's like, yeah, as long as it's covered, it's all right or whatever. So.
As long as it's covered, what?
Oh, that I asked Dad about it if he could do it or do anything about it. It's like, yeah, he wasn't sure about the mountain or anything, and yes, I think it's something that he could probably do it, or I could find bus routes. I know there's a few that, I mean, they go out that way, but I just have to find which ones they are and stuff.
He'd have to take it all the way to Tigard and make it come all the way back. The only thing is, I'm trying to save some money.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I could.
I mean, we can figure out actually where I can
pick
you up at.
That works. Yeah, you could like pick me up maybe halfway or something.
Yeah.
Or like find a little spot where you can eat halfway, just chill for a bit and go back or something.
Yeah.
Or I go back with you and then.
Because like I said, you got to find a place that's. Cause I'm not familiar with Tigard, so I'm not. So we got to find a place actually with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even really that it's just so far away. It's just that it's just the roads there are so windy that makes it so long.
My brother's car makes it near to have a gas tank.
It's almost out.
And then no one driving over there and back.
Yeah.
And Mom's car actually, he don't use no gas hardly.
That's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. I would think it'd be the opposite.
That's better. That's a higher, probably Cat's car more high performance engine.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a 2008, and the Chevy's a 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Though you would, I don't know. It's just like my logic of what I do know about cars would make me think it would be the Chevy that would be better with the mileage, but I guess not. So, I'm not an expert on the shit, so not much I don't say on that. Was there just chat on here that I saw? Yep. Hobos fighting over Down syndrome horror, smoking crack behind liquor store, give me drugs, give me some more. Oh my goodness. This sounds like a crazy time. Sounds like you need the therapy thumbnail that I have of just an Icelandic farm. Just Icelandic farmland, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't mind just being there right now, that thumbnail. I wouldn't mind just sitting where that is. I know exactly where that is, too. Crazy. I mean, ice is so small. Like, the places I took pictures of, it's like I know exactly where I can go to the same places. It's just like, oh my goodness. Ice is so small, like I know exactly where I can go and backtrack. Because just how tiny it is. Looks like a cool little farm. Well, I think it's two, actually. I think that little ditch in the thumbnail, I think that's a property line. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. It's just farmland, it's like, dude, it's nothing you are unaware of, but it's Icelandic. Something new about it. Something crazy. But, nah, locate.
Is there a bus going from Milwaukee to Tigard?
I mean, just, I know, looking up his address, I mean, probably wouldn't want to say it out loud right now, or at least I'll have to mute this first, but I mean, doing that, and then switching the directions options to what's it called, to where this place is, that will kind of help out too, or at least as close as possible.
Damn. 5 hours? No way.
Are you
If I was on a bus.
5 hours? No way. Really? Here.
That's what it said.
What the fuck? It's going hardcore. It's like saying I have to take the orange line and shit. Well, that's why. It's because it's accounting for the last bus in the last Max's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
it's actually more like 2 hours. Because these ones are like an hour 40, hour 50 something, so.
Still long bus drive.
I've had trips like that and I've been fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean I've taken long treks like that. It's not too terrible. It's just terrible when you are not going to where you want to go.
Right, yeah.
There's been a few times where that's happened to me and I freaked the hell out because my phone's nearly dead and shit's going, I'm just in a weird part of town. I'm like, I'm out, freaking out.
And basically just see where they drop you off at, and I can come pick you up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to figure it out over the weekend, shit. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You'll be there for a night and then,
I'll be there tomorrow night and Monday night.
Ain't your brother leaving tonight?
He's leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. I thought he was leaving tonight. That was what my impression was, but I guess not. Damn. Where's he going?
I do not know.
God, man.
Vegas, or I'm not sure.
I know, yeah. It's shit. I mean, hey, I'd get up 6 a.m. to go to Vegas, but I mean, like, geez, like that is just like, man, what is he? Hey, I mean, that's part of his job description. So yeah.
He hates to talk, and I really don't ask him so.
What's that?
Brother hates to talk very much, and I hate to ask him so.
I know, like he really doesn't. That's funny because his personality on the show, on his little show, is the antithesis of what he really is. It's like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Like when Harley first met him, he was all like excited to talk to him and stuff, and then brother was just kind of thrown back, like, whoa, how do I respond to this? He's like, I hope I didn't feel like a dick. I'm like, well, you just didn't know, and I just didn't expect one of my friends to be such a big fan and stuff and look up to you and shit. And then my friend was like, I hope I wasn't too overbearing. I'm like, nah, you just, you're fine, It's like, whatever. He's just guy,
He's a shy type.
He's very anxious. He's got some anxiety.
Yeah. Tanner actually comes out and just tells it like it is and everything else. So yes.
Well, I mean, like, in a way, it's like that. He has like this inner thing that's a part of just him, that he is able to like tap into because like. Pretty much his character idea is basically, I see that just in his personal life too every now and then. So I mean, there is something like about him that he's able to like harness out and make just that. It's just that he does it so often. He doesn't do it that often around anyone else because he does it for a show. Which is why he just seems like secluded and stuff because I mean that's kind of like his big pop. Where all of his energy and all of the like angsty, like well not really like angsty, but like all the like extroverted energy that wants to be out and be sociable and like in and stuff. His brother, my sibling, my older brother. It's our brother because I try not. At least the idea is, I try not to get family their business, in mine. You know what I mean? Like I'll talk about his shit in vagueness. Like you could get an idea what he might be doing just based off. I've talked about him before. He's shown up on the streams like once or twice, ever. He popped in once. I know he poked his head in on one stream, and I think another one he was in the background and just said hey, and I was like, hey, It was like a quick little thing. He happened to be a background voice, but then another time he literally poked his head through. Was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing a stream, just chatting with people and. Talk about interesting stuff and whatever, and it's just like cool. And he's like, let me know when you're done with that. And I'm like, I was just thinking of wrapping it up anyway, it was just like it happened to be a convenient time, yeah. But so yeah, I wish I had siblings. It's hard to explain because on one hand, I feel like I'm a single child, but on the other hand, I actually am a single child, you know? Because I grew up as one, technically, but I do have siblings. It's weird, weird. What do, Stefan? What do? My parents are already old. When they're gone, I'll be by myself. Yeah. I mean, shit. It's like... I don't even want to get that brought up, to be honest. Oh. Yeah. The one thing that's... fuck, you know... Like, the one thing that, you know... Everyone should have at least a fallback on. It's like some sense of, like, a community, you know? To at least fall back into. So I still got my brother and... At least for now, my mom and dad. And then, I got Robert over here. Then there's my bro and then my sis. I mean, I still got some, you know, some influential figures, you know, that are still around. So, I'm not out of the woods yet on that ballpark. Oh, that was fun. I'll tell you some crazy shit that happened. Off stream, though. I'll tell you off stream. But it was like some shit that happened like really early this morning. Yeah. Yes. Said off stream.
Yeah. It's family.
Yeah, like because like I said, you know, there's certain things I just try to, you know, not share, and certain things that, you know, I'm all right with sharing myself at least, you know, because I don't think it's pushing bounds, but. I was
just thinking that basically I'd probably be dead in 10 years, and then suddenly came into my voice and said, you might be up here to 99 years old still smoking weed, and they're coming around and ask you, how come you're so lively, so lively? And says, I've been smoking weed for the last 50, 70 years.
There you go. I mean, there are people who straight up like live to be like 100 something, and for their age are pretty much a clean bill of health, and you know, without, you know, not without the problems, but you know, for the most part, they like would be just smoking weed or just like drink like a thing of whiskey every day, or it's just like these weird little things that to other people will just be like a nightmare, you know, like having a whiskey every day, you know, to some people that will be a little bit of a nightmare and will actually be kind of detrimental, but for some people they're just whatever, you know, they could just like a glass of whiskey a day and it's all good. You know, it's just like, I mean, potentially like I could do that, and other people, you know, and I know people could, but it's just like, that'd just be way too much for me. I'd just be like, I'd get like tired of whiskey or something like that, you know?
Definitely.
But for some people, they just have like this little thing, and, you know, and they at least claim that it played a major factor to the longevity. I know there's some guy who's like 117 some years old, and he actually, he's a black guy and a vet too, and, he actually lives near my, not like nearby, but relatively close, like within an hour's drive from my family in Texas, where they're at. And the dude literally like smokes fat cigars and drinks like a whiskey every day. And it's just like, what? It's like you're still like fine. How? It's just like you should like have like cancer or something by this point. Like what the hell? Like I mean. It's, you know, there's like, for some people, I just wanted like be in the autopsy room to be like, what was about you that just, you know, made you like, you know, like that. It's just like, you know, that guy has some good genetics, you know, too. I don't know if he's still alive, but I mean, Last time I heard the dude was kicking. It's like it's this really old black dude who's like 100 plus some years old. I think like 107, 107. I don't know exactly his age, but he's this old ass vet that like literally smokes fat cigars and like a glass of whiskey like every day, like 7 days a week type of thing, and he's still like.
I would take his advice to live a long life.
I mean, but it's just like how, like, for some people that will just like be so bad on their health long term, but for some people it's like that they can do that and be.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, over time, like especially for smoking cigars like literally every day, that's definitely gonna be terrible
Because
for.
I have to have some type of gene that does that.
Otherwise,
I should have
there's
been
like
dead
a
long
there has
time ago.
there has to be some rare gene or something that like that is really resistant to like something or some that like or is really resistant to I don't know. It has to be genetic for sure. I mean, it's just like it's very fascinating when you hear about these cases of people who live like long ass lives, like 90 near 100 years, old and
genetic and environmental. Like,
yeah, I mean, both have a major factor. Yeah, but I mean,
Somebody did look better back
although if you
what?
Do we look? Did somebody look better back in? A while ago?
yeah, I'll go check. I believe she's.
I can do it. I can do it. You're smoking a cigarette. I got it.
Oh,
I got it. I don't want to let her out.
That's Richard Overton. He's America's
yeah, I'm
oldest
pretty
man.
sure I let her
He
in.
died
I'm not
recently.
sure if I
Damn.
let her out again, but-
Damn, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to hear that he died recently, but I mean, that guy, dude, I do have a fascination with these type of people. I mean, there's something that I'm like, what is it about?
I remember lettering in.
It's like, what is it about y'all that like have such
Right.
that are able to do so?
Bellsbury robbing door.
She keeps on. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, the run.
And so the guy I was talking about was Richard Overton. Someone in the chat found his name, but he died recently. So
Sad.
it is a little bit. I actually am. It's just like, damn, that is kind of unfortunate, But yeah, to be honest, I expected it. I'm like, damn, this guy's this.
You're 105 years old.
You kind of are expecting it by that, It's just like I'm over a
it's-
century old. When am I going? It's just like at that point you kind of are waiting. Like okay.
Baba. I was a kid when she died, but
Uh-huh.
she was like a month short of 105.
Oh damn. I think
Man, she was an old
I
bitch.
actually found out from ancestry. My mom's grandmother, my great grandma Momo. I think she almost lived to be 99. I think she died a couple days before her birthday, from what I found out.
Yellow Momo.
Yeah, I only actually ever saw her twice
Really?
ever. Yeah, and both times, I mean, the first time I could tell she was a little bit
Bobo
more.
was great.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
last time I saw her was actually like I think a couple months after she before she before she died,
Right.
and I can tell by then. I mean, as a kid, I was oblivious, but now looking back, I could tell that by that point she was like, wow,
Yeah, my
She-
whole family.
like she was
died
on her way
all
at that
the same
point.
time.
But back then, I couldn't tell.
There's Baba and Grampy Doc with one arm,
Mhm.
and what was Grandma Faye? Really, it was just like everyone, just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
It's like everyone died all at once. And it's like shit,
Yeah.
in a couple of months, everyone's dead. The
even
whole
happened
family
again
died.
recently with Sister and Betty too. It's just like whoa, all kind of hit all at once. It's just like damn.
Yeah, my sister was a surprise. I mean, Betty at least.
That was
you
kind
knew
of
that was coming.
yeah.
No, she was
But
ready.
my sister's just suddenly like boom.
Yeah,
It's like-
it was due to
Yeah.
like it was due to a flu, and then that contracted into MRSA or something else. But that caused basically a chain reaction of my body's just gonna get fucked like all at once, and just there you go. It's just like whoa. I mean, it's not often when all of a sudden you just are like and then you're pretty much at death's doorstep, just like that. It's just like wow, It really shows how fragile like the human body really is. Like we're basically like little, we're
just getting a second chance now. She had the first time she went to the hospital and just like, yeah, if you would have waited a couple more hours.
Yeah, I mean, this time it was just like I'm not going through it again, so I was just like, screw this. But yeah, he was in the Pacific Theater. Damn, son.
It's the same.
Brutal one too.
She's just, fine and healthy. We just can't get her on the bed, and just like go to the hospital to where somebody can pick you up and put you on the damn bed.
Oh my god, it's just yeah.
And now she's in the critical care unit. Shit. Okay, you needed to go to the hospital. You should have went the first time. Which I don't know about that myself, because, I'll feel sick, and it's just, how sick am I really?
Yeah, even
I went to the doctor once, and just like, oh, you had I forget what it was, but you were about ready to die. And I'm just like, really? I didn't.
You didn't really,
tired.
yeah, you didn't realize at the time, but
I didn't realize how sick I was, but apparently I was.
Yeah.
Like usually when I'm sick, I was like puking or whatever, but I was just tired.
Yeah, but if there's something that unusual, then yeah, you definitely want to get it checked out for sure.
It's like, oh yeah, you have this sickness, and you could have died.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't feel sick. I feel fine. You're just tired.
Hence why it's so deadly, basically. It's just like, those are the ones that are very worrisome to think about. It's just like the ones that kind of sneak up on you.
Yeah, there's other people that'll just, oh, I'm sick. At the slightest sign of a...
Andrew, come quick. There's a big ass spider on the floor in here.
What? Okay, we're checking this house.
I'll get Chad to do it.
I know, right? Where is it? Where?
Is that a spider?
Where? This? This is a cotton ball.
Oh, this is better.
Oh, you got me excited for nothing. Aww! I was gonna show a fat ass spider and be like, look at this fat spider, guys.
Well, see, I don't have my glasses on.
You got me excited. Ah, god dang it.
I thought it was. No.
Robert got me all excited. It was just a thing of hair. It was like a little ball of hair on the ground.
Well, I couldn't see it. It looked like a spider moving around and shit.
You can't hide.
I got so excited all of a sudden. I'm like, ooh.
I'm sorry, guys. It was a fake spider.
It was just hair. That poor little cat. Running away. Poor little pussy. Meg, you can come over here and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
What a little weirdo. What a weirdo.
I'm tired.
Boom. Bang, bing, bang, boom. Getting some weed grounded up. I don't have my bass in here. I was thinking of a riff in my head. Hey. Hey, little girl. See, you all love that, but as soon as, oh my god, you're like such a skittish little puss. Make up your mind. Oh my god. She really is just like, she's like a manic. She's like manic bipolar. She's like a manic bipolar cat or something, dude. Like 1 minute she's like, ooh, love, happiness, yay, purring, I enjoy this, and then she's like, oh shit, I'm scared. Like in a second, so it's like, oh my god.
Who's that? Meg?
Meg, yeah. She's so manic about it. It's like, oh my goodness.
I'm tired. Ugh. I've got all my clothes organized today. Take all the clothes out of all the shelves.
Oh my goodness.
Sort them from t-shirts to pants and stuff.
I gotta start doing those boxes next to my closet, and then start dealing with that a little bit. I've kind of taken a hiatus from doing my room since I
Right,
last did it, but because eventually I want to see if I can. What the fuck?
Motorcycle probably.
Well, yeah. I'm just like, what the hell? Gotta be like a letting everyone know about your micro penis there, sir, with your crotch rocket. It's like, oh my god, it sounds so whiny. But yeah, so what I want to try to do is get the desk maybe moved a little bit
Right.
closer to the corner wall
Mhm.
instead of to the door, so there's more of a walk space.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, just try to get all my boxes moved around, and then reorganize, get all my like college school shit all in one box, or at least in one collective little area, and then just try to get boxes condensed and stuff. I did that a little bit last time, but not too much. But that was only like one box, and now I need to get a couple more of them done. But there's not that many, at least. It's not a big deal. Bailey's and ice cream? That actually sounds kind of good. Like a Bailey's root beer float thing? Or just Bailey's and then ice cream on the side? Because either way, that sounds kind of good. Oh. A root beer Bailey's float. Or just a Bailey's float. What do you think? A Bailey's float? That actually really doesn't sound too bad. I feel like maybe a root beer would probably go good with it, but that would really dilute the cream, though. So, I mean, it's like, you either gotta go for like a root beer float or a Bailey's float or Bailey's and ice cream. I don't know. Curious. I don't have soda, just Bailey's mixed with ice cream. Oh, the Bailey's float, dude. Hell yeah. I like Scotch better. We all got our taste. I haven't really tried Scotch that much, to be honest. I think that might be I might get that next time. Next time I'm down at Liquor Store, which has been like 3 weeks since I've been there. Like, I still have like 2 shots left of rum left. I meant to kill it on Friday when everyone was here and shit, but it's still not killed. It's like this rum can't die. It's like it's like, oh my goodness. Is there no way to kill the rum?
Hey, really?
Like, oh my god. Scotch is super expensive according to Hots. And then Carl follows up with Scotch is expensive, unfortunately. So now
Or then the infamous.
So Scotch is expensive.
Weird Al type thing. You can't hide them bulging thighs.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
No way to hide them bulging thighs. I mean, it was a song, earworm song that played like back in the 70s over and over. Every time you turned on the radio.
Kind of like Alice in Chains Rooster in like the 90s and shit. And then like Happy when that was a song. 'Cause I'm happy, I'm bad, beep, beep, beep. You know, when that was a big thing. There's a lot of earworm songs out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is one of those. Can't hide your lion eyes.
Can't hide your lion. I think I might have heard that one before.
You probably have. It's played over and over.
Well, yeah, but
So
it wasn't
have
part.
To do a Weird Al thing to get.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It doesn't get rid of it. It just helps you get over it. So
Because it adds a little satire, so you can be like, I can at least think about that. I can think about some bulging thighs.
I don't know why that earworm came back into my head, but it did. Oh! Mercedes-Benz at Wilsonville.
No!
Commercial.
I hate it, dude. He knows my pain. He knows my pain. Hitchens liked Black Label, interestingly enough. Ooh, Bandit's in trouble. I think so. I heard him go like, Bandit! Let me see if I'm right. Was it Bandit? down. Yeah, your name fits too well.
What do you do?
So, what he was doing, so Dad had the canned cat food opened,
Uh-huh.
but not like opened. Like the lid was on top of it.
Right.
Bandit got the lid off. And started, yeah. And then
stupid cat.
and then this little punch munkin, or this little punk munkin, like decided to go try to begin his feast, but Dad caught him as he was beginning that. So luckily the food wasn't consumed, but poor little bandito just begun eating a little feast of the food for all of the kitties. Because he's a fat little bandit. Oh my god, look at him. Little punk.
I'm trying to get it for everybody else got it.
He's just a little punk. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll bring him back to have him torture Dad. Oh my god, he's just desperate.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, Bandit's just the active hunter. Oh, he's sizing it up. He'd do it. He probably would, honestly. He's figured out how doors operate, so there's Oh my god. Oh, I love that guy. He's too funny. That cat's just a goofball. I can hear him in the background. Oh, that's always amusing to hear that. That little cat brings me joy. Well, he's more like a big little beast, like a mini cougar. A dwarvened cougar. Like, I swear, like, I see a lion when I see his face sometimes, honestly. Like, I'll stare at his face, and then I'm like, I see a lion in your face. He has, like, a body of a cougar, but, like, the face of a lion.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, geez, this cat is, like, is way more closely resembled to his bigger brothers and cousins more than these other cats. It's just like, oh, geez. This cat is...
What if he's really not a cat, an alien?
Abandoned an alien? Oh my god.
He's not a normal cat, so you know.
Oh,
Spaceship land.
I mean, it doesn't force that. I mean, they can have personalities like a dog could. So, I mean, it's just Bandit. Well, personality is his literal name. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory for him, at least. But yeah, but he's awesome though. He's just at least like so unusual compared to these cats. It's just like, oh my goodness, it really is different. Like the other cats, just like they'll run away over nothing. It's just like, oh my god, what the hell? Not Bandit though. He would like, I swear, he literally like walked up to Dad once when he was like mowing the lawn, like walked up to him with the lawnmower like going off. Look at him try. Yeah, he just back.
Well, you trying to steal the food?
Aww. Oh, now he's charging back over there.
Then he was all in a mood because I
Well, I also
put plates down for Cleo and Curly.
It sounds like it.
And then I walked past the door, you know, because I had to pick up his plate of food.
Right.
And just like, yeah, you'd be pissed off if I walked out here without your plate of food.
This cat's so funny.
He was just like,
He started.
Hey,
He's such a.
hey, where are you going?
He's an
Get your
attention.
food, you stupid cat.
He's an attention whore. Oh my god. He really he like knows the routine too well. Well, he knows it enough. I don't know if he knows the routine by heart, but I think he's understanding the processes a little bit here.
How do you get ammo into the movies? I mean, as far as acting in the movies.
I don't know. What Bandit is? I guess Bandit would be a little actor cat.
Yeah, they actually can understand.
I mean, on some rudimentary level, I mean, they do have some like. No, I wouldn't say it's like a mutual understanding, but you know, they can understand on some level what we want them to do, but not on like the level that we think they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they understand like, oh, I get a treat at the end of this, so I will do these things, these repeated things, because it gets me a treat. That's kind of what they think, in their mind. But for us, it's like we're training this cat to do all sorts of crazy tricks, and be very smart doing this.
Looks like this. What is it? Looks like salmon.
What is it?
Okay. Salmon.
Yeah.
He loves his salmon. I should get like some straight up salmon and give him.
Usually I set the can down,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I put the other kitty plates down, he was just like, "I want my food. I want my food. I want my food." Like most nights he will
just kind of sit there and chill.
Lick out the plate or the can.
Yeah.
The can I set on the floor for him. Keeps him distracted. I can get the other.
It gets him distracted a little bit. Seriously.
Get the other kitties fed before he steals all their food.
He's just a little thief, but he has such a thick tail. I can't get over that thick ass tail of his, dude. It's just like, it's just.
The one that
Just
gets me is Cleo.
Well, for little mints, little claw mints, that just go.
Yeah, she has these huge claws.
These tiny little mints, but then they go into like
her
little.
Tail, her tail just.
Yeah, her
just
tail
like
just
her
got.
paws.
Yeah, she's like a peacock. She's like a black peacock. She's like a puff up.
Yeah, but her tail will puff like yay big around.
I know, it's like
It's just like crap. Where'd all that
like,
tail come from?
I know, like her actual tail's like barely the size of my actual pinky at its thickest, but her tail's like could be like a damn near squirrel. looks like a fat ass squirrel tail.
Oh, speaking of it, the other day I saw a tailless squirrel.
Huh.
Really?
No, that was run along the fence over there.
Was it did it look like it was genetic, or
It's a squirrel with no tail.
did it look like it got like ran over, but it was his tail, or was it like did it just look like a natural, like a little?
I couldn't get very close to it.
Oh yeah. The other day I saw this
I'm
fat
guessing-
freaking squirrel.
I'm guessing something. It was born with a tail, and something removed it.
I know there's been squirrels with really tiny tails before, so what if it's genetic?
Some weird ass squirrel, and then it's a raccoon was on the tail that was hanging around out here.
That was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's saw this big ass bird that they made in Andrew, didn't
Oh yeah, there was this fat raven the other day. Well, not the
It
other
was,
day, today.
Yeah, it was a tailless raccoon, and then there's this other raccoon that was, and just the body was like yay, and it's like holy crap, this is the biggest freaking coon I've ever seen.
Damn, it's like a small
You
dog
know, they
raccoon.
had a tail, it wasn't tail. The tailless one was a huge coon too.
Must have
It was
been
a
in
big
battle
one.
worn, battle scars.
Yeah, I think it was.
it? Okay, I'm gonna let you have it.
He looked rough.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. He did look a little roughed up. I remember he used to have a lot of scratches and scars and shit.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
Oh okay, here you go. I'm actually pretty good on
Yeah,
the.
he's been in. Yeah, he was definitely in a couple of.
I remember recently when there was that fat family of raccoons, like all of them were kind of all fluffy and look all fresh faced. Looked like a new little family of them.
Yeah, it's a number of times they turned down the street and there's a family of coons walking across.
Yeah, just like
There's mom, dad, all the babies.
just the whole family of them. Yeah, the little tribe of them. Yeah, there's like I think that when they were up in our trees, there was about like 15 of
They
them.
run back next door and like, come on,
Yeah. Well, how many were there? Wasn't there like 15 or something?
I'm gonna put these on the counter.
Yeah, just stick them on the corner there
Okay, I'm on the counter. Okay.
with the where you normally stick the recyclables or whatever. That way, I will definitely see them.
Okay.
So I can bring them to her tomorrow.
Now, where did you say to put them? Where did you say to put them?
Oh, at the end of the counter,
Okay.
you know, above the trash can there.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
That way, I'll definitely notice them.
Oh, definitely. All right, that Andrew. See you in the main gun now.
All right.
Well, actually, no, I'll be gone.
Yeah, you'll be
think I have
gone.
a good spot for them, but I'll
Right.
probably forget it.
Right? Yeah.
And then I'll get all the way up to the hospital. I'll have to come back and get her.
That's what Hudson Fasano.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I know it's not his actual name, obviously. But that's just what I call him, just because that's how I first known him. Plus, it sounds like an actual name, a little bit. Watts. Watts. It's a very obscure name, but name nonetheless. I mean, hell, my persona name is, or my character name, or whatever you want to call it, it's kind of obscure too. Ignar.
I got one thing.
Obscure Nordic names.
Alright. I'm going to bed.
All right, go get to bed now, boy.
I'm tired. I'm sounding energetic, man.
I went for the English Indian conversion. They would call it spiritual name. You know, my spiritual name.
Wait, what?
My spiritual name.
Oh, for like a Native American spiritual name to what your real name
Sunbringer.
was it?
Sunbringer.
Oh,
The letters match too, SB.
oh yeah. What would mine be? Guess I'll have to look that up.
You have to do that.
Yeah, I have to go look. I'm sure there's a website. I'm sure if I looked it up online, there's a website that'll pop up.
The ritual thing.
Robert's hunched over. As it is with age, isn't it?
Which I actually never went through a ritual to get my name. I just kind of got it, and I could never narrow down to one spirit animal. The coyote and the bear.
Two decent choices. I think I know what mine would be. I feel like
What would it be?
a wolf, probably. Or maybe a, or at least just due to the meaning, because I at least learned a little bit about,
You're
like,
not enough of a jerk to be a wolf.
yeah, well, I can be, but I just choose
It's
not
something-
to.
It's something you have to find out your own.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, it's just more of like, you know, you gotta kind of like discover kind of on your own term type of thing. Which, but yeah, I mean, like, cause I at least I remember one
You
like,
do seem pretty bear.
oh yeah. Well. I know Tyler's definitely a fucking bear. I mean, we nickname him Bear sometimes because he's just like, yeah. He's just like me. Just get him.
I don't know, but it's not your personality. It's the personality that talks to you. And when you just think and try to just like, okay, I have this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do I do?
And
Type of thing.
Type of
And
reflection,
then
try to
you
resolve
think on
that
your
type of shit.
spirit animal, which might be completely different from your personality.
yeah.
But my personality is kind of a coyote bear. You know, I love a good joke. The prankster is coyote.
I do love. I like one of my favorite forms of comedy is literally absurdism, absurdist comedy. So I mean, I definitely got that in me. Definitely shared the trickster and the like doing tricks and stuff and like jokes and comedic effects. That's definitely a major factor in my.
Yeah, which I need to print out my posters for tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to show some of those posters off. Those are gonna be funny.
If I can get them done.
Did you the Kyle Kalinske Mike Figueroa debate? I did
I'm
the
not sure
Kyle
about
Kalin-
that
yes. I did the debate, yes. No, I know what you meant, but I saw like 2/3 of that, and I thought both made decent points, but Figueroa completely put to bed on. Yeah, I think overall he really was just like, come on, bro. I like you. I'm a patron to you, but oh my goodness, man. I mean, at least I know he argues honestly and isn't for like censorship and deplatform. But oh my god, ay. It's just like that is just.
That would even be a better prank if you put up a post, like the. Oh, it's like 2 years ago I did the. Python
Yeah,
boa
wasn't that last year?
No,
Oh.
I didn't do it last year.
Oh really? I thought you did something last year.
No, it's like 2 years ago.
Oh.
But what would even be a better prank is if, like, say I put all the posters up, lost pet, and some guy came to my door with like a 40-foot snake or a tiger or whatever.
Oh my god!
I find your pet.
Oh my god! If someone actually did come by and did that, that would actually be kind of fucking like what? Like, oh wait, what? I didn't mean.
Wait, that was his capable thing.
It was just a prank, bro.
What am I gonna do with the 40-foot python?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it'd be cool to have, but
Nowhere to put it.
or a tiger, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost kitty, Mr. Grumpy.
For real. Seen watch up here from Dusty Smith, Steve Shives, Jake Babbitt. Yeah. Like, I think what is a little bit different about Mike is at least, like, there isn't the sense of deplatform that he actually advocates for. He just personally himself is like, I don't want to do this, and I think, we should encourage people to do this, but I don't think, we should literally, like, but it's just, like, there is, like, this implication of, like, yeah, well, we probably should, but it should be encouraged, not enforced. And it's just like, I mean, he was well thought out about it, and I understood what where he was coming from, but it's just like, I still disagree fundamentally. Displays of bed pooping are significant of what the skeptic echo chambers of GRA was. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with GRA with Joe Rogan, like, his show isn't even really meant to be like political or anything. Like, it's, if anything's, more apolitical. Like, he has like specific shows with like MMA where he has like ex-MMA fighters, current MMA fighters on there, and he has like artists, book writers and stuff, and every now and then he brings well, not every now and then, I mean, nowadays it's been far more frequent, but for the course of all time he does, but he'll bring scientists on. He's brought just professors from universities on. He's brought all sorts of different people. So, I mean, it's not even, he's like this weird, like, far-right echo chamber or whatever, or this weird echo chamber in general. He's just doing his own thing, and in some levels, sure, he might be a little naive, about certain issues that he's kind of reactionary towards, but it's like, well, that's he's not there to talk, like, to be like, I need to now, like, we will now go hard and critical and study these, it's just like, he's just having a one-off conversation with somebody and just recording it. And a perpetration of guilt by social, yeah. I like Cradle Jerry having on some of these skeptics, but I don't insinuate that Joe's guilty of being right. I don't think he is. Sure, he does, and there's some people who he brings on who are just stupid. But there's been times where he has challenged people. Like I know he challenged Steven Crowder on the whole marijuana thing. Uh, and then he did Dave Rubin on his weird like what's have like literally like no regulation like type of weird whatever he was doing. He's Rave Dubin. Like come on, he's Rave Dubin. But it's just like oh my god, like he does bring on some goofballs, but every now and then you give him a challenge and shit. But it's just like I mean if you're gonna do it, don't do it like every now and then. I mean if you feel on it, if you feel genuine about a certain thing, express it, like be like, hey, I actually kind of disagree a little bit. Here's why, we don't have to go too deep or too hard about it, but it's just like, yeah, it's, it's an understandable thing, it's just like, whatever, It's how a normal conversation works. If anything, I'm most critical of Joe for his diction and the one schizophrenic flip-flopping and David Galbraith softballs. Yeah. Yeah. But again, like, I think it's just mainly because he just does one-off conversations. That's what he mainly does, and a lot of his, a lot of times he is very reactionary, and on some levels is kind of apolitical. But he still has like his leanings, and he still has his views, which on a lot of different things, I think him and I probably agree on stuff, and there's probably a lot of different things we wouldn't. But you know what? That just goes with any person, But maybe more so than others, but for Joe, maybe not as much. Overall at the end of the day, I don't know. But the only way you ever really figure that out is actually talking to the person. But
Whoever that is
still,
definitely hold up.
What's Bandit doing?
I don't know. I heard some scratching from way back in the corner, and he must be really holed up in there in the corner.
Oh my god. He's talking to college Jim Dory, single pair is wonderful and neat. He's talking his mess control. Yeah, those are definitely problems. And it's just like and I don't watch Joe Rogan literally every episode and all the time. I just watch the ones that have the ones that I kind of find interesting. But yeah, I will say this: there is definitely a more like skepto / like classic liberal / like weird alt-rightish like skew in his audience, but I don't think Joe is has any like fault at that at all. Like I think it's just if there is any, it's some of the disingenuity. Sure, I won't say that he to some level you might not be at all. So he doesn't piss off the wrong person, or it just keeps a nice even flow of a conversation, which on one level I can kind of get. Sometimes I'll just kind of nod and be like, okay, just so we don't just have shit hit the fan instantly, because I know what could potentially happen as a result, trying to challenge certain ideas with certain people. So it's just like sometimes you just kind of have to kind of bite your tongue and all right, I'll just let that slide, but to go be like, yeah, it's just kind of do softball agreements. It's just like, okay, what's your actual opinion? It's just like, come on, does make it honest. Seeing instantly doing that point where I just changed my mind, bro. Excuse, don't cut it. Yeah, like it makes. Or was he? Oh my God, is he really? Oh my God. There's Bandit.
Something scratching back there.
There's Bandit. There he is. He's up there. Oh, there he is. Oh. Oh, no, my God. Oh, wow.
Yeah, big guy.
Oh, my goodness. What a little ninja, dude. What a little ninja. Hey, little ninja. Is he going back to his food now?
Yeah, go finish your food.
Yeah, he's finishing his food. Wow. He went ninja for a moment just to finish his food. So that... Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Not to mention, whenever you have an honest set of large, you will never listen to yourself enough. It's true. Pins out on the second science. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really tough one, too. Because on, like, some level... if you want to try to maintain, a certain, not even really an image, but just like the certain like stability, with your, living, you have to like have, some mild form, one way or another, of like self-censorship if you have like really critical ideas or like really controversial ideas, especially. And that's seriously disconcerting. I mean, it's like, I mean, earlier on the last stream this morning, it was just like, it kind of reminded me on like, it's just like, look, with Tyler and shit, like, I don't even know why this point is being brought up. Whatever, my mind's drained. But like, he was just literally going on the excess, and saying like, nerd, excessively. It's like, look, I don't care that you say it, but he said it like 50 trillion billion fucking times in like within the course of a minute. Like, all right, like, damn, like there comes to a point where you're just doing it excessively on purpose. Like, chill, Like I say, nigger every now and then, but it's not due to excess, and it's usually due to in context or just off the cuff, whatever, just blabbering. I mean, it's not even in context of like what I'm actually doing, It's, if you want to take the whole George Carlin bit on like the whole words in context, But but yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know what my initial point was before I even brought that up, but I don't even, whatever. My brain's like, so, But, oh yeah, well, I mean, it does kind of go on the self-censorship point, but it's just like, oh yeah, I feel, okay, I kind of remember why I brought that up. So I was kind of trying to build up this bigger point. What was that bigger point? What was the bigger point? Oh, I remember now. Okay, I remember now. I mean, so it comes to like, so I feel like, there's like this kind of, there's like this, a particular balance, I think, in this idea of what self-censorship is. I think that's what I was trying to say. There we go. Okay. Now we're on track. So, I don't think in itself is not necessarily a bad idea, but I think it needs to be used very, very sparingly, if like hardly at all. And I think the only time I could think of is just in excess or in certain situations, in order not to like just basically get yourself ousted and like like in certain events or whatever for doing that. But that's more on personal levels, basically, not really on a more expansive like public level, because I don't even on a public level really believe in it. But that's why I think the concept in itself isn't necessarily bad, but it shouldn't be used on such a mass public level. Be like, oh, I need to self-censor because I don't want to hurt someone's fees. And so it's like, be honest with what your fucking opinions are. Like, if people don't like your opinion, they're not gonna like it. And if they're not going, if they still watch you or follow you, then they still watch you and follow you. I mean, you didn't lose anything. If they decide not to watch you or follow you again, that's on them. And you know what? Better off without them, aren't you? So it's just like on the whole public sphere, it's a very, honestly, kind of a dangerous thing. But, I could kind of see like very minor materials, moments for like, more private personal life matters. So like, because I think it's important that we as say, not to mention those become desensitized. This more offense creates the great power it has. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. No, I don't even really necessarily disagree at all. I mean, it's just like, I mean, for me at least, like, I mean, I hate to bring Tyler up every time, but I mean, like, he does, for me, I feel like there is a sense of hyperbolicness. Like, you can make a point, but you don't need to be like, I'm gonna say nigger, just literally going on, saying it over and over and over again. Just, it's just like, why are you doing it at that point? It's like you could say it a couple times and make your point loud and clear. People know, It's like, chill, It's just like, I guess that's like my thing, but it's not even like a self-censorship. It's just like still making your point, but there is an excessiveness where people do just get turned off. It's just like, okay, Jesus, fuck, whatever, you know. But I think I feel like for him at least it's something that you'd be willing to discuss and shit and be like, yeah, I can kind of understand at least some of the argument of it, not knowing if he agreed to it or not. I don't know. Tyler likes to shock. Yeah, and again, I don't find that necessarily a bad thing because I don't disagree to that personality or disagree with that idea to shock people. Every now and then, I probably have put the shock on the chat every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. I like to as well. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just that I feel like he does it to an excess, to the point it's like, I'm actually like, I mean, it's not even really desensitized, but to the point I just get your shtick and it's like, okay, what it's more, it starts getting a little bit more like childish in nature, or not even really childish, or like, but just unserious at that point. It's just like, you're like, instead of proving a point, you're just doing it for the memes or something, or it's just like, you can chill a little bit. You don't need to be, you don't have to be like, going all over the place. I mean, again, it's not wrong to do it or bad at all, especially if you do it, purposely for a very specific reason, towards a certain to a certain group or audience, for a purposeful like statement, like I'm not saying anything against that. It's like, it just reminds me a little bit in like some of the live chats where there's like no regulations and there's like 300 people watching or whatever, and there's no like slow time. People literally spamming nigga, 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 and like all like until they can max out their character limit, and then just spam the shit out of that. It's just like, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's just like, that just gets annoying and ridiculous. It's just like, okay to do it like a little bit, but it's just, we get it. It's just like, that's, at that point, it's just ridiculous trolling. I mean, that just gets annoying. I guess that's what, where it comes, I guess what I'm trying to say a little bit. In my sleep-deprived rambling. I'm not making any sense, am I? I'm probably not. At some point when a chat is over 10 people, it becomes possible to have a conversation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, of excess of certain shit. And, there just comes to a point, it's like, there is a certain time and place to have that shock in excess, and for certain, situations, that's just like excessively unmerited type of thing, It's just like, I think that's the whole, thing I'm trying to get at. It's like, it's not necessarily bad to be excessive, just know when the time and place, is to be appropriately excessive on the whole, what your statement is or whatever, you're making your point. But a lot of my streams, I mean, I'm trying, I get excessive every now and then, but not often, not super often, because that's not the main thing, the channel's being built off of. But I mean, fuck, it's building a character for him, so you know what, whatever. Everyone's gonna know him as the shock guy, for the shock value, dude. That's like, bam, shock. And I have to like reel him down a little bit, like, Jesus Christ. Just his blatant fucking advocacy for just killing people, Jesus Christ. That really is starting to really, 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 really get on my concern list. My favorite ideology is the one where it's just TJ and Paul talking. Why you pay attention to chat anyway? And yet you get at me, it's like, Ignat's just ignoring the chat. I don't know if it's you. I know some people do. But it's like, I feel like those are my favorite streams to do is when I'm just talking with somebody. Because, it's a more direct conversation and it's more fluid. Like, not saying that this isn't like, fun to do talking with the chat itself, but it's like, it's hard to have a discussion with like 300 some people, and I'm kind of expecting to maybe say that at some point. And the only way you can really do that, and I'm even training myself ahead of time to do that. I mean, you can probably tell already. Is whenever I start going on rants and talking and shit, I just kind of like look off and whatever, or loading weed down here, or I'm just kind of like looking off around the camera, so it looks like I'm looking, but I'm not like directly looking at the camera and shit, or even at the screen, you know, and just I just continue rambling, so I'm not directly paying attention here, because then I'm gonna want to like, you know, oh, lost my point, you know, thought, and go off to the next chat. So I'm already kind of trying to train myself for that. This avocation is just virtue signaling. You mean virtue signaling? Because that's just seriously like, ugh. Goes around saying that kind of should expect any depressed people. Unfortunately, have a lot of Old Testament biblical revenge heads, so those people tend to get a lot of reinforcement. Yeah, I grew out of that. I mean, I just can't be like I used to be the same way, but it's just like like you gotta look at it from like the ethical ground and the moral ground, and even for something as simple as like, you know, what like well, maybe not as simple, but for something as maybe compared to like terrorism, like something kind of benign like a rape or something, and be like, should be killed. It's like, whoa, no, that's way worse than what the rape did there. Like we, you know, or like with genital mutilation, you know, like killing the person, one, doesn't help the victim of the mutilation, and two, what does that do? You know, it's just like that doesn't help anybody besides kill somebody. You know, it's just like, what, you know, just have to like, hey, killed someone, good, yeah, like, all right, how about that victim? Is there any like rehabilitation or like any way for post-op surgery, or like, you know, that could have been paid off by the victimizer, maybe, you know, like actually put that guy in, you know, to some debt, forcing that bastard to pay off, you know, all the shit from that victim and stuff. I mean, there's ways around the idea. It's important to note that people often lead witch hunts are often witches themselves. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Pretty suspicious. A little bit. I mean, I don't find anything suspicious with my friend Tyler at all. But besides just, you know, the like just this urge of like, you know, for a lot of these different atrocities that are fucked up, you know, to be fair, that are happening, you know, when it comes to like climate change, like female genital mutilation, but just genital mutilation across the board, but you know, to rape and pedophilia, like all that shit. It's just like, you know, these are all fucked up things around the world, but killing don't solve anything. Like, it just doesn't. Not saying it applies to them, it's just a noticeable trend. Oh, yeah. You know, and there's, you know, and for certain people, like, you can kind of be able to detect, you know, but for some people, it's just like, nah, they just kind of feel that way, you know, but, you know, like, for a while, like, I'm still, like, really critical of pedophilia, but, you know, I'm now coming more to a humanistic perspective of it, where it's like, we should be analyzing them more and actually, like, kind of picking at these people more, and, you know, I'd say probably have a sterilization for them, so they, you know, but that's, you know, kind of more of a side thing on that one, I guess, but, yeah, it's just,
right out and grabbed it.
if it was a snake, it would have bit you. Well, it kind of did, I guess. But, what was I just fucking saying? God, what was I just saying? God damn, whatever. It's Ben Shapiro logic. Yeah.
That's the first sign of old age, you know. You walk into a room, what did I come in here for?
Well, I'm not like that. I'm just like, well, I just like was so.
Started,
I went.
I heard, I'm witness. It started.
It went. I had like a 15-minute thing on this before you even walked in. I was still like, it was like a big deep discussion. I mean.
Okay, you can blame it on me. I distracted you when I walked by.
Yes. Blaming on my old age of 21, or the ripe old ass age of 21 years old. Very old. He's like, yeah, let's kill people that I don't like until some religious fanatics want to lop his head off for someone they don't like. Yeah. I mean, I just kind of have to apply like the selfish, like thing about it. You know, like the selfishness, view of it. Like, do I want this done to me? No. Probably not a good idea. It's just like pretty simple. Do I want to get murdered by some random schlub for something? No. Do I want to get raped? No. Do I want to get harassed endlessly for something? No. Do I want to get assaulted? No. Do I want to get executed for some benign shit? No. Like, if I don't want it done to me, why would I want it for someone else like that? Like, I mean, if they do something fucked up, then, you could still, make them amend for their fucking crimes and shit. Okay, it's too many Old Testament biblical revenge heads. It's just really, I know. So I even, like, just, like, old biblical style, like, revenge heads. There's some people that just have, like, I feel like it's a whole more broad thing of, like, humanity having, like, this death urge, honestly. Like, humanity definitely has a death urge. I mean, just look at us. I mean, just, like, look at how we treat our Earth, how we treat each other as a society in a global perspective. I mean, how we just treat each other communally. Like, I mean, we really have a death urge. I'm not gonna lie on that one. There's some people that are just full of hate. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Tyler's definitely not a guy full of hate, but, man, like, I want to say he gets hateful. I just think he just gets very fucking angry about it. Like, I mean, if I kind of had him, forced him to step back, on an issue, I don't think he literally would want to fucking kill a genital mutilator. I think he would actually come to an actual logical, punishment for, that type of thing, which there's plenty out there. That isn't death, it's just like, okay, we don't need that. That's way worse than what they did. It's just like, okay, the victim isn't dead, and also they can recover, but they will still be scarred, emotionally, physically, and mentally to some extent. That's why they need to have treatment, therapy, and maybe like surgery to kind of help, restore the damage that was once done, if that's possible. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on if that's possible. But, if it is, have that as an option as well. Like, I mean, and there's ways to go around about, that type of shit. I don't know why I keep going about genital mutilation for my example about it, but whatever. But it worked, but I don't know why I do. I just keep doing that. It's like, but it's just like, you don't need to resort to such a drastic, radical level. Like, when I mean, like, we need radicalism, to help change, against the status quo, it's more of a philosophical point of, like, we need radical new views, new ideas, radical new philosophies, and radical new policies that no one's thought about and no one's really delved into. Not like we need to, like, take up arms and start, revolting, because guess what? The military's got fucking, like, okay. Despite take politics aside for all these shootings that happen in the U.S. and stuff. Guess what the response is? When the SWAT arrives, they bring like 1 or 2 fucking armored vehicles, and they have like 4 squads of SWAT, in full armor, decked out, militarized equipment, and that's just for a quick little mass shooting that had happened. A revolt, like, quadruple that, plus add an actual fucking tank and maybe some drones, and some of those drones unarmed, like, that idea definitely, ain't happening, and I wouldn't advocate for that, because I think that would make everything even worse. Like, that would probably make things way worse to have, like, a violent revolution happen. I mean, it could potentially, maybe cause things to get more fringed to where people, actually will partake in it. But that's like basically like we're gonna have to like do fantasy unicorn philosophy to get the October revolutions back. It's just like, okay, no, not sorry, not happening. Revolutions from this day forward are probably going to be peaceful. For they're probably the most violence and most like shit that's gonna happen is probably gonna be like riots and maybe like dumpster fires and shit and vandalism, happens. But like I don't think we're gonna see people literally taking arms and shit. As much as I know a lot of people, especially the Second Amendment toters, at least in this country, are like, yeah, we're gonna take out the government. It's just like, no, you're not. And if you do, you're gonna be squashed like a fucking ant. It's just like, good luck. I mean, it's a nice thought, and you know what? I understand, the idea, and and that's a totally valid position for them to take. It's completely valid, whatever. They have the right to have that position and the right to feel like they can do so. Won't work out, but they have the right to do so, I mean, I don't think the idea of like, if you're about to overthrow, if you feel necessary to overthrow the government for whatever reason, in a revolution, that shouldn't disqualify you or whatever. I know probably with federal laws there'll be a disqualifier loophole in there or some shit, but I would think that's bullshit. But that's just me. That's a total digression to that more moral issue of just like you probably just shouldn't kill as just your first punishment. But yeah, that argument that argument always comes up in gun debates. I know, and it's ridiculous because it's like you're not gonna fucking do it. If anything, you're probably gonna bend your knee when they want to go take your guns, if that actually does happen. It's like you're probably gonna bend the knee a little bit. Sorry. Like it's not like it's unrealistic that there's gonna be full-on bans of weapons and then like having to confiscate them and shit. I just see that as unrealistic, but I mean, you can potentially get them regulated and shit. That's totally fine, but like, and if someone, and at least in my view or whatever, if some, during like a, at least in my, what my personal philosophy, policy of how I do like gun regulation, if someone, while going through the mental background checks and during the interview, it's like, it's like, would you consider, doing a revolution against the U.S. government with this firearm if there was a revolution that came to fruition? And marked yes. To me, that wouldn't be a disqualifier. It's just like, for you, it's just like another personal reason why you would have that firearm and stuff. Like, if you're using it primarily for hunting or whatever, but if scenario A, like, happens, then, it's like you would use it or whatever for whatever reasons and shit, And some of it protects them from the government. It doesn't. Like, I have to really think that protects them from the government. Sit men protect me from my governments. It's drones. I rest my case. Like, come on. Last couple minutes against U.S. military, you want to rethink that, and they just like, get up yourself and avoid the question. Yeah, because they're like, well, some of them will be like, well, the military will support us, because the military loves their American patriots, and they know when their government do wrong. Don't make those arguments, even though, ironically, the U.S. military is the one they're probably actually revolting against, even though they're saying, oh, well, it's actually our good guys. It's like, yay, military. Oh, wait, you're coming to bomb us. Oops. It's like, yeah, good luck. Like, at most, it would last like 24 hours. This violent revolution, if it were to happen. It would last like 24 hours. At most. There'll be like a few buildings occupied. There'll be stragglers, like making their final stand in a few like strongholds that they built up for themselves in buildings that that weren't drone striked and think they could probably do peace and do be like, we'll give you life instead of death if you come out peacefully. They turn down your weapon, whatever, but ends up being like, nah, and they just go in there to work them all or detain them all. I don't know. Knowing some of these characters probably. Which, it's like, that just makes things way worse overall. More authoritarian, more Orwellian, probably more endless wars, more of a police state, probably martial law. Like, oh boy. Fun. So, I'm definitely for the peaceful route. And for, like, maybe we shouldn't kill route, you know? Like, maybe we shouldn't do that route. Whoa! I almost dropped all my bud off the tray. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, fuck. The fuck do I even want to do? I like this stage right now where I'm just like, I want to like play a game, but I don't know what to play. It's looking more likely I'm going in, I'm stuck in Montana. One of my coworkers has too much in the job office. Everyone's hiring right now. Oh, damn, son. I could turn that down. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sounds like it. I mean, at least you can stay relatively in the same spot, and it's not really that far off. Plus, I still have some relatives that are out there, so, you know, it'll work out. Whoa. There's a hair on a clump of weed. Get out. Heathen dog. Oh, another yawn. Here we go. Fuck! Another yawn. Great. Great. Jeez. Gotta love those yawns, dude. Boom. Oh, gotta put that on right there. Alright, skis. Well, what time is it right now? It's only midnight. Shit. Feels like late as fuck right now. Feels like really late. Damn, my perception time is like gone. Gorn. It's totally gone. Holy shit, it is gone. It is gone, gone, gone. Just like BK and Fish, this Missouri is gone in that situation. It would suck big time. Yeah, I enjoy snow though, so I kind of would enjoy it a little bit low key myself. Autocorrect is failing right now? How do you know it's not succeeding? How do you know it's not just doing its job? Too much snow. Takes double the amount of time to go anywhere in the winter. Well, yeah. I figured that. Still love the winter. That's just me, though. I mean, if you saw the last stream I did earlier this morning, I was white as fuck. I think I was white as snow. Like, being in this room doesn't do me justice. Hold up. Get off. Like, this doesn't do me justice at all. So, like, it looks kind of like normal-ish. I guess like a normal white, I guess that makes sense. But if I'm out in the sun, I just reflect like a fucking snow in winter, dude. But man, can't wait to do like some Willamette trips and like go out in Columbia or something, dude. That'd be dope. Take some swimmings out there. There's some dope little spots. I know there's like that little spot that we found that besides the Ross Island Bridge area. I know there's this other little spot that we go to that had like this little pillar that's like I don't know how many feet, like what 50 feet out. I think that's one of my favorite spots because I always try to make it a challenge to go out to that little pillar out there, just chill there. I want to try to like use that as like a post and just kind of swim out there, but I don't want to get caught in the current, so so that's just like I've always been a little iffy on that. So I've always just been like pillar back. By the time I come back, I'm just like I am exhausted. But I need to work on my swimming when I like directional wise, because I noticed like me going straight, I tend to like drift like off to one side, and it's just like oh. I don't want to do that. It's like I didn't want to go there. I want to go that way, not like that way. It's like what the fuck? And then I like look up, see like, all right, what's my progress? Oh shit, I went the opposite direction. It's like, oh no. Yeah, that's a good spot. Oh yeah, I love that little spot. It's like it's kind of hidden, but it's like in the middle of like all other little beaches that people take. But But that little area, like right in front of that little pillar, like that little beach area, there's like a little inlet that you can kind of chill, hide yourself in, which is why I love it because it's like you kind of until people literally like are like right in front of the beach, you know, no one's really gonna kind of see your little area, which is what I like. That's what I love about just a lot of the beachheads on the Willamette, like it's just beach, and then you have like these little inlets of like little pockets that you can kind of chill yourself and kind of hide yourself in. So you know you're still public, you know, but you're kind of somewhat private there, which that's what I love about it. Ooh, I bet it's been getting pretty warm, so I bet it's gonna be. I bet going swimming now will probably be nice. Ooh, I bet it'd be good. I should do that this week, next week sometime. Like maybe like a Friday or something with like Harley or some shit. That'd be dope. Do like a stream out by the river. Did I do that at a point? I know I did that with one river trip we did. Was there another river trip that I did that we streamed? I don't think. I don't think so. It's super cold. Eh. The Wyoming is cold until late May. Eh. I don't know. It might be okay. I don't know. I'll still go check it out. Sometimes it doesn't warm up until late June. I don't know. Like it's been. I don't know. It might be a little warm. It still might be cold due to the snow runoff. It probably will, to be honest. But considering the warmth, you know, that we've been getting lately, because spring's back in town basically now. It might actually be pretty pleasant. Usually I don't go swimming until July 4th, lol. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it is. Which, it might be pleasant. I don't know. I mean, I keep saying I don't know, but hell, if we don't end up doing that, still have a nice little trip, you know, just down by the Willamette anyway. That's what I'm saying. I might just bring one person like Harley or something, just because if it ends up not being, then we end up having like this failed kickback instead of just like just homie chilling, you know. So, because if the water's like cold and it's like I don't want to be anywhere near this, then it's like okay, well we'll just chill here. But you know, if it's like hey we'll chill here for a bit, it's nice, it's actually pretty pleasant, then okay. Logan lol. Oh my god. Yeah. The only reason why I want it is just because, you know, if the water ends up being too cold, I know he wouldn't give a shit probably. And he would try to get us to get into it too. And it's just like, well, if the water's too cold for me to get into, then it's like, I'm not going to want to do it. I mean, but if it's tolerable, I could probably hang. I have a new coworker named Logan. Oh my god. Damn, you should, dude, I bet you have a lot of stories about your mutual Logan friend. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. And his mannerisms are very similar to the real Logan's. Oh my god. Dude, like, there is like a weird coincidence. Like people of certain names, or like certain like looks or whatever, always have like this like these mannerisms about them that are all the same. He's a major stoner dude. Oh my goodness, with an epic beard. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Major stoner with epic beard. You know you got something. You got something decent going on if you got that going at least. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, my stomach grumble and grabble. It's most unfortunate. His more hobo status. Logan's more hipster status. I don't know if it's hipster status. It's like, One thing I know he ain't going to do it, but one thing I really want he should do is just trim it a little bit. Because there's some spots in his beard where, like, he has, like, the shape of it, but then there's blotches that poke out. It's just like, they haven't moved that much since. Trim it a little bit. Like, you got the shape. And it hasn't really done too much since. At least, like, I mean, there's been some times where it's like, it's been a while since I've hung out with him, and every time I see his beard, it really doesn't look like it's changed at all. I mean, so it's just like, I think it's probably grown at least right now to its max potential. So just trim up to the shape the way it is now, and just have it there. Like, I mean, that's what I'm doing now at this point. Like, I have blotches on myself, and I know there's parts that are even and going good, and I leave those parts. But the blotches, I'm like, fuck this shit, get it out of here. But, you know, so at least it's a little even until it grows more together later down the road. You know, for me, it's a lot longer and more of a process because I got nothing. You know, so he's a little more lucky on that. I don't even want shit over here. I just want like a glory. I want like a mustache that goes out here and then just like a nice little tuft here, and then just like some grizzle. That's it. Like I like grizzle here. I won't mind the grizzle. I just want an epic mustache, and that's like pretty much all I want. Just like that just like goes out. Maybe like out here, like that. Not like every now and then I might do some twirls if I feel fancy, but just out there. Have them poke out. I don't know what specific style that's called. I've heard it called the gunslinger. I've heard it called like what else? I've heard it called God, what was it called? It was I know in like certain games that particular style is called the gentleman or something like that. But it's just like usually I've always heard it known as like the gunslinger like mustache thing going on. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm like thinking about, but I can't. Like I like a little bit of some longness. I'm like, ooh, maybe I could get these to move up a little bit, and some of them kind of stay. So I'm like, you know, it's like I could probably do it. If it grows more, probably won't, which sucks. But it's just like, well, just gotta wait. I want to get like some anagen gel or some shit that could probably like be like, then maybe get a little bit over here because I got like, I don't know if you can see. You can't see. Do I have a light? Is there a light? I'll actually go through with this if you fuck it. Oh wait, hold up. Will this work? Does it turn on? Lovely. Hold on. I'll find a light. There we are. Hey, here we go. Cool. So, like, over here, I got, like, some fucking, like, annoying ass... Probably see it. Yeah, right there. Annoying ass, like, neckbeardish thing going on. But over here, it's totally clean. Oops. And then over here, I got like fuzz growing, but over here, I really don't. It's like, what the fuck? So I have to like, and I'm like, nothing here. Like, okay. You know, it's just like, okay, what the fuck? And then, yeah, like in here, I mean, there's something now. A little bit. It's just fuzz. So, just like, something, but it's still nothing. It's just like, damn. I mean, I could tell that I could grow into something pretty epic, though, if it decides to do that, you know? In here, it's just... Like, it's just nothing right now. It's and it irks me. And unfortunately, it's just because I just got genes that are just like, nah, you're not going to have, like, status at all. Fuck you. Just like, oh. Okay, then. Okay. Let's see how it is. Like, I don't even want, like, anything, like, epic. Major respect to those beards, though. I'm splendid. Jealous of them. But, you know, a little something here, you know, just kind of have a little, you know, little pop. You know, that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just a little, just a little, you know, just a little grizzle, and that's about it. That's all I want. I don't need anything, you know, intense. I don't even need it to grow that much besides here. That's it. It's like, come on. Work with me, body. Work with me, DNA. And my genetics. Work with me. If I just, like, tense myself up, it'll work. They do it in the cartoons. Did it work? I think it grew a little. I think it did a little bit. Fuck yeah. Obviously it didn't, though. But yeah, it'll be in time. I know my dad said he couldn't start growing his facial hair until around like 25, so if I'll give myself till then. If I'm not getting anything progressed from then, I'm gonna have a problem. If I can't at least get something going on, I'm gonna have an issue. But, I mean, I don't know about you, Stefan. I mean, I know you got, like... At least I could tell with your dad, he has, like, no facial hair at all. I don't know if he literally just, like, trims himself every morning or whatever, but... Damn. Speaking of epic beards, have you noticed that most authoritarian dictators have epic stashes? Yes. Low-key, I kind of judge dictators sometimes by their beards and mustaches. If they have one at all... You know, the thickness, the style, just all of it. I think we can say which one's the worst. It's a little square. You know. I know there's a few that just straight up don't have any, but I mean, there's the Che Guevara. I mean, there's that beard. The guy actually used to not have one until he started doing his revolution and shit. He grew one. He grew one out for that, but not so much before then. I was actually a student and traveled around South America quite frequently. And, but, total digression. But, I know, Castro had, like, just kind of the full thing going on. And then, I think Gaddafi had one, didn't he? At least for a little bit. I know he was clean shaven. At least for the end of his life. And I think he was clean shaven his entire life. I don't know. I just remembered him with like a mustache for some reason. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Stalin. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Stalin. Come on now. And I'm starting to like having to narrow it down a little bit. It's like what other ones are there? It's like It's like shit. Because I have to say, if they even have one, because some of them don't. Mussolini didn't, Mao didn't. I mean, there's some people that just didn't, so it's just like, I gotta narrow it down now. I'm sure there's like a list on Wikipedia or something of like dictators with beards. Mohammed bin Salman in the drone. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I forgot about current ones. I suppose, yeah. Every guy's got a pretty nice beard. Oh, mustache actually. Salman. I mean, yeah, I guess Miss Salman does have a pretty nice beard, but it will look good on a silver platter. just totally like destroy all of my initial premise of like, let's not go to revert to killing. And it's just like, Bin Salman, get him his head on a fucking platter. Oh my god. Itchy. Well, what else actually is there's a... Nah, you did have one. There's a... No. What? No. No. I'm going down the list of other dictators currently. Saddam. He had like this Stalin Jr. That's kind of what he was going with. Stalin had like the Stalin, but it was like junior. It's like junior size. It's like a little smaller. It was just a little bit more rounded off too. It's like a Stalin 2.0. So got another one. Who else is out there? Fuck. It's getting kind of hard now. I guess Lenin. Forgot to mention him actually. Can we count monarchies? Because now I have a fat list if we could count monarchies. I mean, we are counting Mohammed bin Salman. He is a king. It is a monarchy. Are we counting these? We're counting them? Yes. Dude, okay, dude, we got like, I got such a list. God damn now. Okay. Wilhelm II. I think who else? Charlemagne, I think he had a pretty crazy thing going on. I know multiple Tsars had crazy beards. Who else? I know like Tsar Nicholas had one going on. Tsar Ivan, Vlad. Who else? Fuck. Muhammad himself. Who else? It's you opened up Pandora's box for me, okay? So I mean now it's just like I could just name them. Last name is dictatorship. King of Bahrain Al Khalifa. Yeah, there's that guy too. Yeah, dude, it's oh my god. We just like opened up the Pandora's box of that now. President of Belarus. Oh yeah, Lukashenko. Yeah. Forgot about that guy. He does have a pretty, epic mustache going on. It's kind of simple, but it's not bad. It's a little simple, but it's like it fits. Strangely, Belarus is I did a whole foreign policy thing on it. Belarus is actually quite an interesting place. A lot of rich of history too. Like a lot of the foundations of Belarus is actually pretty rich and just like whoa, a lot of information on. I think I've read at least a good various different chunks of that paper here on stream. I might do the whole like rundown of it again. Just kind of go down and be like, yeah, here's what I meant by this type of stuff. President of Central African Republic looks for the intimidating bouncer in his profile pic. What the fuck? Oh my god. The President of the Central African Republic. And I am a very intimidating bouncer. Don't fuck with me in this bar. It's just like, okay, whoa. Hold up now, bro. It's like, hold up. Hold up. What do I gotta do to get a J around here? Oh my god, stomach, okay. My stomach's begging for food. I should probably get food now. San Rani of Arlan. Oh yeah, that is right. There's that dork. That guy's more of a dork than anything, honestly. A dictatorial Shia theocratic dork. Fuck is your name? Can I get the fucking time? Thank you. It's just like, I can't get fucking time for a basic, what was it? 12:30? Yeah, 12:30. Daniel Ortega of Nicaragua. Ortega? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's right. Stalin style stash. Holy shit, dude. Damn. I don't even know what that guy looks like, actually. I hear his name, but I don't know what it looks like exactly. Who else is there? Fuck. I don't even know, dude. Hey, Meg. Hey. Hey, little girl. You're a goofball. King Saudi Arabia even has more epic stash than the Prince. Oh my god, dude. No. I mean, awesome, but no. Why can't it be the predecessor? Because then potentially that won't be the leader anyway. Because my hope is that Saudi Arabia will just... And then, like, a new system arrives out of that. Fuck, it's theocratic system. It needs to change there. So bad. It just needs to. So bad. That whole region needs to change. We need to do the China method of their technology and just be like, advance. Advance with superior technology. But anyway, I'm going to get some food after this now. See you. C'est la vie. So clogged, actually. Whoa. Whoa. It was a little clogged, but that like snuck up on me as a hit. Whoa. Ground control to Major Tom. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Should I make some ramen? I'm gonna make some ramen. My diet for dinner tonight will be ramen. That's my diet right now. Ramen. Actually, ramen's really good if you add a little bit of veggie beef. I just don't want to go that far. I have some veggie, but I got beef. But Yeah, it's just like, eh. Well, you know, like, I should do just like the ignorance take, but do a more joyfully one. We should just look at beards, not just just random beards of the internet, but we gotta look at like famous beards as well. We should do that. We should do that sometime. Maybe live stream it, like do like a weird like meta thing where we like edit the video and we get like this in there as well, and then have it synced. That actually be pretty legit. But anyway, peace out, everybody. Because I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Because I can eat some food and I need some goddamn sleep. So, peace out. And I'll see y'all next one. Skip the bop, and bibbida boosh. What was his comment? Was there a comment? There was no comment. La, la, la.